Okay, sorry about that. Can people hear me now? Yes? No?
Do we have sound? Is that a thing?
Do we have audio? Shit. Oh, we do? Okay.
Alright.
So, guess what? OBS decided to be a jerk to me like it always does. We have a hate-hate relationship, and I will let you guys talk since that's all set.
Thank you.
OBS
always...
OBS always resets my set audio something.
Oh. So yeah, as Nori said earlier, when you couldn't hear her, we have the third match of the TMCR Fall 2020 tournament here. Dax vs Myth. And then there was some trash talking that we'll probably just not repeat. Can guess who we trash talk more, though.
Let's just say both the runners are probably rusty, and leave it at that.
Like I said, I don't think Myth is rusty.
No, I'm just gonna say that it's probably because Myth runs speed runs any %.
Yeah, but he stopped doing any % runs and prepared for this tourney like a week ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas I don't know when the last time I've seen Dax in a race was, but it's not been that frequent.
It's been a long time.
Okay, looks like they're off now.
Yep.
So, starting up with the bomb bag, that immediately gives access to the South Hellfield Ruby Cave.
Yep.
Along with, like, Minish Loop and a few other checks. But, like, that South Hellfield Ruby Cave is the big one at the start.
Yeah.
Which makes it surprising that Dax is instead going for this hard piece.
I mean, he could have probably just wanted to knock it out real quick before going to Ruby Cave.
Yeah, but could have had that sword to do it.
Yeah, he could have.
So there was a sword and 2 clutters.
And we just saw our element layout. It looks like we have a Temple of Droplets, Deep Woods, Royal Crypt, and then Fortress.
So yeah. No Cave of Flames, no Panda, so those Cloud of Skin Stones are not something that they actually want to see.
No. No, they do not want to see Cloud Top Tombstones, unless something just happens to be there.
Is this the element layout where the cane can be in DHC?
I think.
I think the cane could be... that would be something.
Oh, there's one of our Ken Stones in shop block behind Minish.
And you kind of gotta just go there as soon as you can, because it could be one of those caster Ken Stones that you actually do want.
Yep.
So yeah, Myth did some of the time, like... What did Dax do that Myth hasn't done, but gave him the time to, like, do town and the Ruby Cave? I guess going over to Eastern Hills?
I guess so too.
Yeah, he went over to Eastern Hills, did the Keys Cave, did the Beanstalk, didn't go in, enter Minch Woods. Again, not the most conventional route, but might work out for him.
Yeah.
There's a spin attack in the top left tingle tree, so that's important. That gives access to a few checks over in Trilby, though they don't have access to Krenner.
Unless we see a bottle as well.
Yeah, they do need a bottle to do anything but the first check on Krenner.
Yeah.
Henrys, I would do that, except I can't actually do rollers myself, or like never figured it out, so... Well, never spent time trying to really learn it. So I'm probably not going to do that. Also not sure I would be able to tell every time if he actually got a roll left if he does something like that. So
I'll try to keep an eye out for it. I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of accidental roll-ups coming from Myth.
why would they be accidental?
I don't know.
I think we're gonna see a lot of intentional roll-ups from Myth. Power bracelets quite early. Not
That's kind of worrying.
They don't unlock a whole lot, but
They're
like,
only really used for like cabin and lake, and then Alice.
well, Doctor Left is the
Yeah, that too.
like cabin. You can at least see what the item is, and Palace, you really don't want to have to go there. The seed, if it's not an element.
No.
So it's really just for Dr. Left, which they don't have access to yet, but like.
As soon as we see a cane or caper flippers, we'll have access to it.
Well, for Dr. Left, you also need a red sword.
Do you?
For the book from the attic that you need the power braces for,
I don't think
you need to clone to get the book down.
Oh. Right.
Yes, you do need a red sword there.
Also, there's a bottle
very
sitting
convenient
right,
bottle.
sitting just right there. So I'm sure Myth is gonna go immediately check his checks in Colonel.
I mean, yeah, if you find a bottle there, like, it's not like he has a whole lot of good options. I guess they still have Minish Loop left.
There's still
But yeah, you found a
Loop,
bottle
but
right here. You follow
this
that.
clearly just says, "Hey, why don't you just go check all your checks in Colonel that you can check out?"
Yeah, and Dex also finding that
Because
bottle.
they're the sword and grip ring.
And suddenly lower crin is no longer what you do. Yeah, immediately reusing that bottle for a fairy now that he doesn't need the green water. You just rush the beanstalk now. That's...
Oh boy.
What's with the grip ring in lower crinner? It feels like it has been a frequent thing.
It's
Maybe
been
I'm
there a
just
couple
tired.
of times in the past seeds we've seen.
I'm pretty sure like the seed Henderson I played also had a grip ring and lower crinner, so...
Also, Nori, we know that much. You rolled it. Anything can happen.
And Dax did Dax forget about that fairy cave?
I think he forgot about a check.
Oh no, Dax, you need to get that cave.
That is going to come back to punish him.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait,
good. He's going
He
for it.
opened it? Oh, he had the bomb fuse go while he was going towards that lower check.
I think he was just prepping in case he had to go back.
No. He placed the bomb the first go around, but didn't wait for it to explode and instead let the fuse run while he went further south. So, it's a very slight optimization,
Yeah.
which actually in this case probably didn't save him time because he got the green water because of it. But
No, I would say
that's
he
the
lost
rare
like
case.
a...
Like usually that would save you a small amount of time.
Yeah, but in this case it didn't really save him time. He lost a little bit.
But yeah, Myth doing the, like... Myth doesn't like lower Crenel, so it's not surprising to me that he's avoiding it, whereas Dex is just going
Carl of Metal.
Red Sword, another Kinstone, that was the Veil 4 Kinstone, and a Card of Metal up on the Beanstalk, so that's Western Woods access. But like, Dex is going to go up to that Beanstalk. The question is, what is Dex going to find a lower Crenel that Myth is going to avoid for a while?
I'm gonna say nothing. So, Myth.
It's likely not to have anything at this point, yeah, because like the sword was in Crenel and then we have all of Western Woods. Oh! Is Smith actually going to go do the lower cringe? No. Where's... Oh,
No,
he's doing
I
Grey
think
Blade.
he's- Yeah. Because it's
Okay.
now logic thanks to having a red sword.
Yeah.
So he might as well knock it out while he's here.
Yeah, Grey Blade is like, check that often has something. I
Yeah.
see just doing that a few.
I mean, it's like 4 checks in there, so you might as well knock him out.
Yeah, Shocky, that's why I was surprised when he climbed the bean again, but... Doing Grey Blade makes sense.
Oh,
it did have
and
a
it
Casper
pays
Thorn.
off. Okay.
So yeah, they do need all of those.
And now he's gonna make his way into Western Woods.
Don't know why you roll it there if you're not, like... It doesn't matter how long it takes the bomb to explode. You're not waiting for it.
Yeah. So I think that was over with.
That's a Jabberknot.
That is a Jabberknot, which
That
opens up. That doesn't open up
like one
deep
check in
woods
deep
and-
woods.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't open up a lot. It's like 1 check. But if we find Gutchar or Lamp, I guess we
On the
can explore a
positive
little
side,
bit
though,
more.
they haven't done the Minish Loop yet. So they do that at some point, and
I think that's
It's
gonna
a-
be Mips next.
a real
It's
option
like-
to dip deepwood and see if that one check is a key.
Yeah. I expect Mip to maybe like finish up here in Western Woods, and then immediately go do Minish Loop.
Yeah, if he doesn't find anything like here on this beanstalk that pushes him in another direction, it's
Yeah.
probably the best play. Like the other option is lower crane, which he's not going to do, so... Oh, there's a
Or
lantern.
he finds a lamp and 2 of our butterflies.
What does that give access to?
Lamp
And
gives us...
Sledge? And like
Ye-
Grimblade?
Yes.
It's not that much. It's also another check in Deepwood, so that makes that dip more likely to lead to something. Myth is
Mhm.
going to do lower critter. There's nothing else here, right? Yep, this is lower critter. Okay then.
I guess Myth is doing this. This is funny.
Myth just skipped the fusion by the green water though.
You're right.
Okay.
At least there's nothing there. It
I mean,
shouldn't
there's
hurt him.
nothing overall in lower critter here, but yes.
So he's not gonna really get punished for it.
I wonder if that's intentional because it's like the slowest check among these,
I
Probably.
would believe so.
or if he just. No, there's no way he just forgot, right?
No, I think Myth wouldn't forget. He knows how this works.
I
Also, he-
mean,
I mean,
it
I
could
would
be
think he
the
wouldn't-
kind of thinking where you're like, oh, I have the gripping, so I don't need the green water, so I don't need to go there. Like, that's a train of thought that could easily lead you to just forget about that check.
yeah, and it's like you don't want to forget about it anyways because I mean, it's 1 check and it could come back to punish you.
Oh yeah, no, there's like that's the thing. Like you don't want to just leave this.
No.
I mean, what? No, the green water fusion doesn't get like isn't much faster if you have cape or anything.
Mhm.
Losing. Like no, that's this check that he's doing right now would get faster with cape. Okay, but See now, did you remember? Okay. I think this is him going back to that check. Which I guess the order doesn't really matter if you're gonna quick pop after it.
I guess?
So I'm not sure if that's intentional, like putting it in this order for whatever reason, or if he forgot about the first go around.
I think he just. At this point, I'm gonna say he forgot about it.
Yeah, that seems more likely, but. Meanwhile, Dex
I don't
taking
think
that
anyone
Velford,
routes that
Gemstone,
way.
Grip Ring and Lantern and going to Vale Falls. Sensible play. Some more rupee spots to be had up here.
I mean, he's probably gonna go as far as he can.
Where Smith is going and taking that Lantern to Henry Sledge. Which
has Arcane.
And
a
there's a
cape?
cape on Vale Falls.
Oh my word.
Well, this is a Nori seed.
yes it is.
Okay. Cape and Cane. That
Dex will most likely go up to Cloudtop and do what he can without mitts.
You got access to Temple of Droplets.
That is true.
I think I would leave.
I would leave and go to Droplets. That seems like the more logical play. Because you can bull clear it, almost.
What do you mean almost? Well, okay, you can't do the glass shot checks, but yeah.
Yeah, you can't. There's like at least
can
one
beat it.
check that you can do it from a good majority. You just be skipping out like 2 check.
I
think.
Ice Matter Pillars, the
Oh,
Preview Frozen,
right,
and
right. I'm reading that one.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, Underwater Pot, but that's not. Well, yeah, Flippers give the Underwater Pot, and Guster gives those other 3. But yeah, that's still a whole lot of checks in Temple of Droplets, and it's an element.
That looks like a Cloudtops?
Yeah, I think that was a Cloud Up Skinstone.
It is.
So, not what Myth was hoping for, I'd guess.
I think he was hoping for at least another caster, because that would have been nice.
Yeah, no, if that was a caster, like, you wanted that, but, Cloud Top Skinstone's not really what they want.
No.
But yeah, Myth is still following that cane into the tournament checks here, which can do pretty much, like, you can't do the school garden like behind the force stuff obviously, and you can't do the sewers and Yadari, but he could go into the. I guess he doesn't have either flippers or cape to do fountain.
Yeah.
And yeah, flippers can absolutely be in Temple of Droplets. It's also not like either of these runners need flippers to do Octo.
I mean, what is the off chance that we technically even have anything on the underwater pot? Because I would think it's not that often. And there's the Tingle
Yeah, no,
Shopping.
the flippers are logically required for Octo, but, like, these guys don't need that.
Yeah, they don't. Unless we just casually have
And
something
if something
sitting
is
there.
on Octo, that's a nice amount of information, but it's likely just for the element.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dax now doing our first dip into Minish Village at just under 20 minutes in. Took him a while to get here. So, do you think Dax is gonna dip into Deepwood here?
I'm gonna say he's gonna gamble it.
Okay. Looks like you're right. Why? You have droplets.
I know.
I don't know. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
No, it doesn't. The only way I see this paying off is if Gut Shards for some reason here in Deep Woods.
But like, what do you gain over doing it droplets first, then this?
Nothing really.
I guess if mids are in here, you get some slightly more efficient routing out of Lake or something like that. So, Myth needs to make his way up to Upper Vale Force, which does have all the pieces to go there, in logic, so I don't know why he's putting that off. But it is his cape, which is the way forward for him.
I'm almost surprised too why he hasn't just gone to Upper Vale Falls yet. Unless he's just working his way there.
He is working his way there, it's just he's doing a whole lot of checks on the way.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't need to, like... Yeah, I guess you want to route in Lower Vale Force since you got the cane, and...
Mm-hmm.
Makes some sense, but... Could have done it the other way around, and...
Yeah, you could have easily just went to Upper first, and then worked your way that way afterwards.
I guess it makes it easier if now, like, if he's thinking whether he wants to dip Cloud Tops and... But no, he has no reason to believe Cloud Tops dip would be more than one check.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I guess if he's thinking that he wants to dip Cloud Tops but wants to find...
Unless our mitts are in
mids
Cloud
or
Top.
cape first, then it makes sense to do as many checks before then as possible.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like, if you find cape or mids, you don't... Like, Cloud Tops is not the thing that's highest on your priority list.
Mm-hmm. But knowing Myth after he picks up cape, I would assume he's gonna go immediately to drop, but since it's in play.
I'd expect him to go to droplets, but...
He's the one that always says go to droplets when it's in logic.
There's a
That's
bow
finding
over
our
there.
first bow.
I mean... You're not gonna leave that check for forever, so that's a nice enough spot for the bow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a bow, like, early. You just need it before you go over to Fortress, pretty much. And-
There's none. I'm pretty sure we do use it a little bit in Caster Wild.
No, yeah, there's like 4 checks in Caster, but that's still on the way over to Fortress, like.
Mhm.
And yeah, Myth is just going to dip Cloud Tops. Did he save?
I would suspect so.
Probably did. Dax, meanwhile, has made his way over to, like, back of London. He's probably going to enter Lake from here. It's not a bad play from there. It's
It's a
slightly more risky play than he needed to make here, I'd say.
yeah.
Like this, like you can. I think from Myth this means he's fishing for an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's just his standard play, like... It's entirely possible that this is just like what he feels the seed's telling him to do right here.
Yeah.
Which I disagree, but he basically wants to avoid climbing the forts again. Which it would be better if he had moments.
Yeah. Because moments would open up the rest of it and it would feel like more logical.
But still, like, he is not doing any of the fusions, he is intending to save scam this. You just get some peace of mind for having done those checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
That was
he won't go back there without having all Kinstones or the Myths, which... Meanwhile, Dex might have to climb that again if things dry up before either of those.
But that should be entering his way into chocolates now, so...
Yeah. No, this... at this point.
Chocolates is the play at this point.
Yeah, Myth is covering his base here, like, making sure the other checks that he has access to aren't it, but... Well, most of them. He's not gonna go, like, to Cave of Flames or anything, but...
No, I would expect him not to. That would just seem like a very odd move to make.
Yeah, no. What else does he have? Like, he has a few things here in town? I guess it's really just the bell. Has he done the left side? Oh, yeah, Swiftblade.
He's got Swiftblade to do,
Like, he has done Karlov earlier when he was here with Kane, right?
He could go to Dr. Weapon and dip in the fountain and finish that up. I don't think...
Yeah, now Fountain is a reasonable play, because you can full clear it.
I'm pretty sure he did Carlo. I know he went in the figurine house, and...
Okay, Castor is also a play. Interesting. Decides not to go to droplets and instead is going towards Castor. Why does Myth put off an element Temple of Droplets when he has Red Sword, Spin, Cape, and Lantern?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, normally he doesn't do that.
Like, is this thinking that he wants Boots and Shield for Octomanip, or that he wants Gustra and Flippers to full clear the place, or... What's the thing that's making him do other things first?
I don't know. I would say, I guess he's waiting for Flippers. But, I mean...
I guess. Like, Flippers or Gustra or both for the extra very few checks?
I would believe so.
Like, the extreme variant of that is you wait until go mode and just do the left side and not do, like, any of the Dark Maze stuff.
It could be also
But
that he's just waiting for Gutshar.
Yeah, but...
I don't see the benefit of waiting for Gutshar. Like, if you have access to chocolates, you might as well dip it right now and full clear it.
I mean, there's some obvious benefit to waiting for Gustra, like if you want to do Blue Chew and the other two checks on the first go.
Also, Myth doing the one thing we don't ever do, which is never check Percy.
Always skip Percy. Never has anything.
Exactly.
Is he now going to make his way over to Droplets, or is he going to do Ministu? I think those are the two options, and...
Judging by his routing, I think he's going
with how hard...
to
Oh, he hasn't even done these checks yet, okay. Yeah, with how hard Myth has been avoiding Todd, I'd almost expect him to do Minish Loop now. Which, what was there again? Oh, the bow on the fusion.
And so
But
far,
what are we?
nothing progression-wise from Dax side in Droplet.
Okay. Looks like Myth is going to make his way over into North Winchwoods, and
Mm-hmm.
there's that shield. Nope, just doing those few checks, and is going to go do the Minish Loop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he will pick up his bow, which is a required item.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to dip into deep wood here, but who knows? But yeah, like we're saying that Temple of Troops is the answer, but so far it hasn't had much. And there is still the second Ruby path here, and a few other checks, but mostly it doesn't seem like Temple of Tropolis actually was the answer here.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess there's like Cave of Flames. Myth did find that cane.
Oh, when did Dax pick up Graveyard Key?
Oh, was that in here?
Apparently, when
That
did
might
he
have
pick
been in
it up?
Graveyard. Well, Graveyard Key is something.
Oh, it was on the first Ruby path. Okay. I
Ah,
did not notice that.
but I also completely wasn't paying attention because
No, we were
Myth's
so...
shouting was just
We
confusing.
were kind of like questioning what Myth was doing, because
Yeah, Myth was distracting us with confused routing.
he's doing some questionable things that we never see him do.
I mean,
But then again, just Myth, he always does questionable things, including bullets.
like... I don't know why you put
I just-
roll-ups into that category, because they're just a time save, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's just going to dip Deepwood as well. Did Dax have the cave when coming in here?
He did.
He did, okay. So, basically doing the same things in here. Dax? I don't... You do want to do Octo, you know?
Yeah.
That element.
um...
Boots on Octo would be rude.
It would be.
Entirely possible, but rude.
Yeah.
That would also put Boots logically behind Flippers, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming Boots aren't on Octo, what's the next step? Like, Temple of Tropics actually isn't the answer for Myth, so where's... Is it Cave of Flames? Does it pretty much have to be Cave of Flames?
I guess. But
How much of Caster does Myth have left?
I would go to Caster afterwards. Because, I mean, that would
But
make more
Myth did
sense.
some of Caster. How much did he do?
I don't think a lot. Check like
Oh,
maybe.
Bojack and Castor are definitely left, yeah. There is still Fountain, Simon, and Chickens in town. That is correct.
Yeah.
Still feels like I have Flames to play. Yeah, Dex found a Tingle trophy somewhere. Myth doesn't have it, I don't think.
I don't remember where Tingle Trophy was. I know. Oh, there it is.
Well,
It was on Minish Loop.
answers that. So,
makes sense.
yeah, Tingle is also another check. Dex does still need the cane. Yeah, no, Dex needs to grab the cane. Like, I don't think we're gonna see a true Hendry Sledge today unless, like, the Guster is on Simon or something like that, and even then, it would be probably a mistake.
Oh, that's right. We haven't seen Simon yet.
No, that's...
Oh, so that's an oof for that.
That's
Dying.
a terrible spot to die. Oof. At least heal up. There's 4 hearts in the room where the frozen element is. Well, that's a time loss for Dex.
Very unfortunate.
So, does it look like Myth is finally making his way over to Lake and Droplets? I think it does. Going to do Gorons here? Okay, fine. Still a few checks at the back of like London that he probably hasn't done, but guess if he gets to 10 hearts before then, it's paid off.
Maybe?
I don't know how many harpies it was on with that one. But yeah, like Myth is just putting off droplets for basically as long as he can, apparently.
Yeah, and it's really not benefiting him.
I mean, it's also not hurting him.
It's not, because, I mean...
The graveyard key is the only thing in there, and that doesn't help.
Unless we have an error case scenario where something's... Well, actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say something was in graveyard, but
They
we
need
don't even have a
to
booster yet.
use the graveyard key.
Yeah.
And Boots. Like...
But that would be even more cruel if Boots was sitting on one of the accessible graveyard chests after we get Boots stored.
I mean... Considering that you rolled a graveyard key in Lost Woods Siege... Yeah, Boots in there is also bad.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky, it's not so like... Sure, but to an extent it's also because we know that Myth knows better than to put off droplets for this long. So... Like, Myth described his problem with Rando that he knows what the play is and then he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just continuously seeing that. Now, in this case, droplets isn't the answer for what the next progression is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still an element. You're gonna have to do it at some point. Like, these are not checks you are going to avoid.
That actually sounds about right, Nori.
Well, yeah, if you want to learn routing from Myth, learn it from when he's commentating, not when he's playing.
Yeah. He's a good example while also being a bad example.
So, Dex, after having that slight accident the first time around, did make his way over to the second level and is going to enter Octo shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat low health, but he should be fine. Obviously not going for a man-up since no boots.
So, what do we think is going to be an Octo? Since Dax is doing it at the moment.
I don't think Octo is gonna have anything beyond the element.
I want to say it's going to be at least something professional.
You think there's going to be progression on Octo? Really?
I mean, for sure it won't be our 4-sword.
Like, it's element Octo. I don't know. I don't think that one check will have anything.
We'll see.
Okay, Dex getting at least one ink here. So, what does Dex have to do after this?
For
Guess
one thing,
caster
he's still...
and like
He has a
count?
caster and a cane to, like, get.
Yeah, he needs to get the cane of half ledge, but is that what he's going to do next? And that's a 2 ink for Dex. And he's on 3/4 of a heart with, like, a dark face coming up, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one hit. And... okay, that was close. Now he needs to... Okay.
Okay, good. He got it. That was kind of...
That was closer than it should have been. But he got there. Quarter heart left is still not that.
Alright, what was on boss? Great spin, okay.
Alright, that's something. Yeah, he's gonna jump into a blue octo now. Like, I don't, like, you don't leave there with cape and not flippers
Yeah.
without taking a hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's not usually something that happens.
No.
That's the 4th scroll for Dax. So it's gonna be the 5th for Myth, I think.
Mhm.
Myth picked up, was it Rockbreaker somewhere? Where was Rockbreaker again? I remember noting that, like, taking note of that, but wasn't.
There it was.
There it was. Figurine House. So yeah, that's 5 scrolls then. So, and yeah, Dex is doing town stuff, so he's probably going to find that cane?
I think.
Probably?
Hopefully.
Who was Henris playing against in that match that coined Henris Ledge? Was it Dex or was it Goomba? It was one of the two.
I don't remember.
Henris?
I mean, Hendrix, could you explain?
I want to say it was Goomba, but... And Dex skipped it.
Oh no.
So we'll see some more castle checks.
Yeah.
We for sure haven't seen the bow ones yet. I'm not sure about like short hiking and things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Myth did any of the minish checks, but could be wrong. I definitely wasn't paying enough attention at the time.
Yeah.
It was Dex. And he's skipping Henry Sledge again. Well, might have to rename that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this is going to be the second match that Dex loses to not doing half ledge,
Mm-hmm.
like Henry's won that match. Really, the one who got punished for not doing it was Dex. And if
Yeah.
he's not doing it again,
That did not go to
yeah,
Hendrix
Dex already
Live.
has a thing named for him. That's why we named it Henry's Ledge. But still, it's...
Oh.
Like, more importantly than what we're gonna call it is... Dex is gonna feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Alright, Dex is going to go for some of the min checks here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do like the vanilla boat check and you can't do long hiking. But can do short hiking and
Yeah.
these two on the way. Which, remote bombs is a nice thing to have.
I mean, if we find flippers here or a gut shard, we'll probably see the full hiking.
Well, Gastra wouldn't give full hiking.
No, right. If
But-
we see flippers at least, then we'll see full hiking.
Well, yes, in that, like... Do you think
That
flippers
is
are going to be
if
here?
one of them. That is one of them commits to full hiking.
Like, yeah, if you find flippers here, you just do hiking. It's...
Yeah.
The seed's telling you something at that point, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to be the case, the seed.
No.
Like, we know Dex has a Canaan logic, that's going to be the next step the seed expects. But if you completely forgot about it, there is always the vanilla path to Cave of Flames. I'm joking, Dex, don't do it.
You know, he's gonna probably do it now that we were joking about it. Which would just be even more worse.
Please leave after the scrub, Dex.
Oh no.
Has he done Greyblade yet? Might not have. Like those, Greyblade in the scrub's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't do Cave of Flames, Dex.
No, just don't. I think it's too late. We're set in stone.
I don't know. Could just be doing the scrub and Greyblade.
No, I don't think so.
Kane's on half ledge.
Oh no.
So, Myth catching up with that element count. Getting the element of Octo. Finding that Grey Spin. Yeah, for Myth it's... He does have those both checks in Caster, he does have a few checks in town. But
I feel like going
like-
back to town is the play because we haven't seen Fountain yet. And I feel
yeah,
like the
Fountain
logical.
is like Fountain with doing Dark Left on the way.
I
I
believe
do-
going to Fountain is the play here.
I don't think I would do Chickens or Simon though. I'd do
No.
Cave of Flames before that.
No, it's something on chicken that could be a little bit mean.
I mean, Chickens is just my, like, I hate the check, so I'm not going to do it. And
Mhm.
if something's there, I'll lose, but fine.
It's nothing like too out of the way, but it's not something you want to have to do.
Right, Myth is also going to pick up another scroll here in Southwell Falls that he saw from Uppervale Falls area.
And Dax
Okay,
finally
There's
gets his
the cane
cane.
for Dex.
Oh my god.
He didn't do okay. Well, that's something. Now, what's he gonna do with it?
I think he's doing well real quick before he does anything with cane.
It's probably going to go into the fountain now, right?
Yeah, I would hope so. That or a gamble on Cave of Flames.
You just came from Greyblade. I don't think you want to do Cave of Flames here.
No. Unless it was
Like,
re-
it's not any worse
Unless
than
it was
would be for Myth, it's
required.
just feels worse. So, if you use roll lift so that the bomb explodes sooner, so that it explodes too soon for you to get it to the correct spot,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't actually save time. like in this room, there's no reason to ever roll lift. Just place the bomb earlier. I guess for the very first bomb, but
God, man.
having some
Quit
issues
roll
with this room.
whipping in basement when you don't need to.
I mean, like that last bomb. Okay, that was the keys getting in his way, but he lost one, or at least one, two roll lifts. So I don't think those like doing any rolls there saved him any time at that point.
No.
Okay, he's getting water. I guess this is fountain, though. Unless there was something in Julieta that we forgot, or like I don't know why he wouldn't just get the water from the river on the way. But I guess he hadn't done well yet, so it's convenient. Oh, he's also doing chickens.
Well, if just has something on it, it's gonna pay off.
Meanwhile, Dex did go into Cave of Flames, finding a
And
boot
found
there.
our
That's something.
boots.
With Royal Crypt and Element, those boots are going to be required, so...
If it were me, as soon as I got boots, I would go rush Royal Crypt.
You don't have Blue Sword. You can't.
I
rush Royal
keep
Crypt.
forgetting that we don't have blue sword.
But... nice dip out of Cave of Flames to get stuck by a big block. Totally the play. Okay,
Also,
Chickens
chicken
wasn't it?
not having anything today, so
Yeah, next play Simon's.
he's gonna save Gun Simon just in case.
Really, with Simon's, you like don't save scum the check, you save scum the cutscene of waking up at the end. That's the thing that makes saving before it faster. Which you can save in the fight or like just before opening the chest, and that's also fine. The difference is like losing some rupees and possibly hearts to the fight.
Yeah. So, just going off of all that
There's
we have,
that blue sword!
now we can technically go to Royal Crypt.
There's nothing technical about it. I think I dip after those those next two checks and go do that. But with not having Ocarina, like staying around is also fair. And yeah, as expected, Myth did use that water to open the way to the fountain.
Yep.
He's going to do Dr. Left on the way here and get these 4 checks. Shouldn't take him too long to go over to Cave of Flames. So it looks like Dax decided to stick around to, at the very least, the blue warp and maybe further.
I would expect him to bail after this.
You would expect him to get the blue bob and bail, or?
Yeah. It seems like the more play and then come back, it case to the events of progression being somewhere.
It looks like he's going further. Like, I think if you were gonna bail, doing it after the, like, front section,
I mean, we have a
it's
couple
just
of
as good a spot
places.
as getting the blue bob.
We have a couple of places that opened up due to boots. Like we have.
Yeah,
Check to do it
no,
in
with boots
Castle.
and blue sword, there's a decent number of spots. Like
Yeah.
Graveyard and then various boot checks. Like I said, I would have bailed at that point. Not even done like the
Yeah.
two minecart rides. But like I said, like if you were gonna stick around further after that point, you don't bail after the blue bob.
Mm-hmm.
Any myth got to 7 scrolls at some point. Didn't unlock anything else, so no need to keep that logic for flippers in mind anymore.
No. There's our
And
four
there's the
sword.
payoff for sticking around. Alright. Now, when do you bail? Like, do you...
I would
There's no way
say
you do Glee Rock, right? You get those these
at
4
this
checks
point
and
you
the
might
red
as
ball.
well just go to Glee Rock.
Really? What do they need?
To finish
2
it
caster
up,
kinstones, a gust jar,
that's about it.
and more mats. I guess you can spend that bit of time to do Clear Rock. I don't know.
I don't think we've ever seen 2 swords in Cave of Flames before, have we?
I'm sure it's happened at some point.
I want to say
No.
that.
I don't think it happened before with the blue and 4 sword.
No.
But I'm pretty sure like we got like green and red sword in Cave of Flames
Mhm.
before. Yeah, 2 swords and boots in Cave of Flames is quite a lot. Dax, using bow threads without the butterfly?
Mm-hmm.
Boots cancels? I mean, I guess if you want to. If you are that like confident in boots canceling. For go mode, we need a gust jar, the molmets, and 2 caster kinstones. So Myth is gonna check the scrubs here and make his way over to Cave of Flames as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think he has anything else left actually.
No. Also, it probably would have been faster to use sword instead of bow.
For Dex?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No. Normally, the only time that I would use bow shot is if I had butterfly, because it would speed it
I mean,
up.
he's boot canceling. It's the same.
Yeah.
but it's like it's just harder to do. But it's the same timing as with butterfly if you get it perfectly.
It's cool though. He finished
Like
off.
for the first two, I don't know. Like you can just use this sword. For the last one, I do think the bow is often like at least easier. Like because usually for the first two you can get the head facing your way when you use the cane, but for the last one you just more often don't have that. Do you think Myth is gonna bail after boots, or is he going to stick around?
If he does, I'm gonna question him on it.
Do you? I think it's reasonable. It's not
It's
the correct play
reasonable.
with this seed, but it's reasonable.
Because normally what I would think is if you're gonna bail out on boots is you're probably thinking, oh, maybe your progression's on locked behind boots on one of the checks that opens up.
Looks like he is just going to check the Primary Fusion and Block Chest, and then going to continue into Cave of Flames. With where he said that saves come up. Hopefully going to stick around for both swords, not just one.
Hopefully.
So yeah, Myth's just going to reset here. Whereas Dex is taking the slow way back round.
Yep.
You can see here that indeed the save scam there is faster. Even if you do it inside Cave of Flames, then you are going to leave. Myth, don't leave. Oh, Myth is going to leave. Okay, so Myth is bailing after boots. Guess if he finds the ocarina, it's not too bad. That's the only scenario which is not too bad, though.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And even then, it's like... would have been better to just stick around.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only a
you
matter of
didn't have
time.
anything, and you're more likely to bail on that if you have the ocarina. And you're also more likely to bail after blue sword if you have it.
So, looking at where Dax is going, I'm assuming he's gonna go check garden real quick.
Oh yeah! You got 4 swords, you
Because,
got
I
cane.
mean, when you get 4 swords, and you're still not in go mode, you go check garden.
And you have the cane.
Yeah.
Okay, that is also required to get here.
Yes, yes.
But yes, this is just 4 checks that forces you to put the 4 sword earlier, so if there's something here.
And it's looking like... Oh!
There's a Caster Stone.
Okay.
That's good for Myth. Because it means he won't be able to go to Fortress without having the 4 sword. So it's less space to it'll force him back to Cave of Flames earlier.
Going off the knowledge.
He really
and-
also needs at least one Cloud of Skinstone to be locked behind all the Caster Fusions. And then it's salvageable, I think. Like if Myth finds nothing on all these boots checks, he does still have that save scam at Cave of Flames.
Yeah.
Dex finally picking up those power braces.
Ocarina!
There's the ocarina. Okay. That's quite good
So-
for Myth.
That will save Myth time.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
now going back to Cave of Flames is easy for Myth.
Yeah.
And so when he gets forced into that, which he will at some point because it has his forethought and that locks a caster game stone,
Mhm.
he'll be able to do so quickly. And like even if he now triple dips fortress, like baits after blue sword again and then has to come back, that's still just going to make him full clear graveyard.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised that Dax hasn't already gone to graveyard, but I assume he's going to do that after court.
I think he's just finishing up here and he should be going into graveyard. Could have chipped along the way and he might as well get some extra checks in. Yep. So Dax is going to be making his way into graveyard, and so he can...
And Myth is going to last location Cave of Flames again? Because
apparently,
I think this is last location outside Cave of Flames again.
yeah. I mean, Myth sure wants to do that.
Which, it's 2 swords, and blue sword, like, okay, the next graveyard, and not much else. So, unless there's something... Like, if there's, like, obviously, Dex needs to find another caster Kingston somewhere.
Mhm.
If that's the only thing that he can access right now and everything else is behind those, that's really good
Yeah.
for Myth, because even then, like, even last location in Cave of Flames for a 3rd time won't be terrible. It won't be great.
Cave of Flame has 2 of our swords.
Yeah, Cave of Flames just had boots already, and then 2 swords.
So it was logically required to go there.
And Waveblade did have the flute, which really saved Myth here.
Because
That flute was like locked by the forethought instead.
I mean, if he didn't find the flute, he could have just easily safe scummed it all.
Yes, and then he would have found the blue sword, and then what? Like the flute is what makes it okay to triple dip Cave of Flames in his spot.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Oh yeah.
There's still a few scenarios where he really doesn't want to triple dip Cave of Flames.
No.
Like if the blue sword leads to all the remaining Cloud of Skin stones and there's like a caster kinstone behind.
There's our flippers.
Oh, the sea flippers. What do flippers actually unlock? Like
They
hiking
open up.
and
They open up
South Hyrule
hiking and
Field
then
and like 2 checks.
in
That
lake.
All the dojos banned waterfalls and stuff. There's a few checks.
Along with our dog food, so I don't really think dog food's gonna have anything today for us.
I feel like one of the checks that it's probably flippers lock, but one of those checks is going to have another caster kinstone.
Yeah.
And then it's like, are the mids inside Cave of Flames? Do we have vanilla mids?
We could. It can happen. I mean, there has been a seed in the past where we've had mitts in Fortress. So, it can happen.
Mids in Fortress is a meme point, yeah. Sorry. Not like it's not even up to the runners if they ban. It's just it's a meme point, and
Yeah. Cause I mean,
this
vanilla mids.
feel great, but then I don't know how the runners felt about it. If they want to ban, always a bit up in the air.
I would think we still just guarantee it at meme points.
Oh no, like having to enter Fortress without having both bow and mids is a meme point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna require a dripping and not an element dungeon, you might as well make it worth it, right, Nori? And yeah, if you're gonna triple dip a non-element dungeon, might as well get something on each dip.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Also, I just realized both runners are almost close to being at bottle percent. I'm just like missing one bottle from bottle percent.
The bad thing is that Myth is probably not going to dip Cave of Flames again after finding the Force Sword and is going to just do Gleerock because he will be fed up with it. Which, if you were gonna triple dip Cave of Flames, at least commit to dipping and set yourself up for the possible quadruple dip.
Yeah.
Isn't, like, Hendris, you say that, but isn't he there already? If you count all those Cave of Flames dips as Crinel dips?
I'm gonna say at most that Myth is gonna most likely last location is Force Sword. Because he's probably thinking right now, okay, I have everything.
Yeah, he's like the flippers are going to hurt him a bit, but then something is gonna be behind flippers somewhere. So it's like, if you had the Force Sword first, would you have found that thing earlier or not?
I don't know.
Like, if the first Flippers check he does has the other Castigain Stone, then yeah, he's losing time to doing all of them. Unless the Myth's on a later one. Which, I'm not sure if Myth wants that. I think Myth wants the Myths at, like, the Butterfly in Wind Runes or something like that. So I guess that's... also kind of spot that Dax wouldn't miss? I'm not sure.
No, I wouldn't expect Dax to miss it.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking, like, what is the scenario in which Myth gains an advantage out of this? And I don't think there is a lot of those.
No, they're not. Like, I'm over here trying to think about it too.
Yeah. So, Swiss round 1 means that this tournament has 2 stages. Stage 1 is Swiss, which means we have, like, matchings determined by points without any eliminations, of which this is the first round. And after that, we are cutting to top 4 for a single elimination playoff. After 5 rounds of Swiss. So yeah, Myth just did the element, and now he has the choice of all those flippers checks to dip and look for something which he is going to need his Force Sword for that last Castigain Stone. Swiss in that refers to the Swiss tournament format, which is like... I don't know how you would describe, like, you pair up people in... based on their, like, points in the rounds they get. Which is named that because it was introduced somewhere in... I think a chess tournament in Switzerland at some point, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, well, that answers that.
Yeah. So yeah, both runners filling up those flippers. notable difference, Myth1 has a forethought. He's gonna have to dip Cave of Flames again to get that. Very nice dash there. There's the
Or
moment.
he's gonna find moments and then start doing moment checks.
Yeah. There's
Which
the Gust
means-
Jar. I forgot about that. We still need that Gust Jar. Dex just found it.
Well, that
Big Cabin
that's-
fusion.
So we found all of our progression
So we
items
need
except for
one more
Kinstone.
Caster Kinstone for no mod. Which, like, those moments took Myth here to Lake, and he's going to find that Gust Jar because of it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Myth might last location the Forethought, but as long as the last location is quick enough.
I mean, if he
Oh,
ends
okay,
up
Myth
last
is about to
location,
find mids, so now it's just where's that last cast? Wait, no. Oh, Dex is right. There's still Deepwood to go. No, Dex is going to find those mids, but he's also going to do Deepwood. Where's the Caster Kinstone going to be?
I
Because-
want to say, how much did we check in Deepwood? Did we like almost fully clear it?
I
wanna say we
had a key
did.
to reach the back. Yeah, I think just left side. There was no key to.
There's like a small chance I could say our last Kinstone is in Deepwoods.
I don't
but
think
at
it's
the same time-
that smaller chance.
But at the same time, it could be anywhere else.
Yeah, but with Myth, like Hype Cave, like Cave 25 here was the most checks in one location, but since Myth has pretty much done all of it, unless it's on the Beanstalk, like town digging is a thing, and then there's like various digging caves all over the map,
Mm-hmm.
but Deepwood is a good option. But yeah, Myth is doing the bar here. It's probably going to do the Minish. Wait. Did already do the Brownie? Myth, you have boots. You don't need to do a secret. I don't think that's faster. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is.
They probably
With
take
Cape,
the
that
same.
Cape is really fast. Maybe it is faster.
It could
It's
be
not
the
a
same
lot,
amount of
but
time,
either
but like
way.
maybe, like I would say at most maybe.
Like from
5
quick walking
seconds
to
different.
the arena spot there. I could see it being faster, I could see it being I think it's close.
It's really close. So it's hard to tell if it's quicker or not.
But yeah, Myth is going to find the Gustra here. That also gives him access to Deepwood.
Hmm.
That forethought last location is getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Especially since having the mids means he could decide to redip Cloudtops before redipping Cave of Flames.
Hmm.
Like, I think he would go back into Cave of Flames before Hermit Cave at least.
I would hope so.
But anything else is... Well, Blue Chew is a thing.
I don't think Buchu had anything though.
No, I don't think so.
If it did, then that would just be something.
Be rude, alright. Yeah, no, Myth is thoroughly avoiding elements that he can do today.
I don't know what's going through his head.
The only thing he's avoiding more than the elements he can do is swords and cave of flames.
Mhm.
No, he didn't mismark elements. I also don't think he misremembered them. Because, like... I guess if you think it's Palace instead of Deepwood, but then... No. I don't think he would do that. And like, even if you think that those are the elements, Deepwood
We
still
could
has
have
more checks
something on
than
Gregor.
these three.
Because Gregor hasn't been checked yet.
Yeah, Gregor has not been checked yet. And there's the vanilla wiki for Dax. In Deepwood. Not the nicest spot for that. Yeah, Myth was gonna do blue. Like, if you dip droplets for, like, Gustra and Flippers checks only, you're gonna do blue too.
Yeah.
The only way he wouldn't have done blue too if it ended up having the map. And he found that on Ice Meadow Palace. I'm pretty sure the compass was on the second ruby path, so...
I think it was.
Yeah, on the left side we got the... so we kind of split the color a bit. We took the blue channel and put it on the right side of your screen, and the green and red channels and put them on the left side.
Looks like we are being rated by ZeldaSpeedRuns 1. Welcome,
Yeah,
raiders.
I think they had OTR scrubs.
Yes, I would believe so.
So, welcome. This is Minish Cap Randomizer, the fall tournament. The third match of round 1. Yeah. At the moment, like, Dex is quite a bit ahead. Because there's the foresaw that Myth is missing is in Cave of Flames, and he has already been there twice.
I thought it was 3 times.
No, he has been there twice, and he needs to go there a third time to get the foresaw.
Okay.
There's the Deepwood play from Myth. You know from Dex side that the caster Kinstone that we're looking for is not in there. So yeah, we are 1 item from no mode, which and Dex is 1 item from go mode, which is the last Kinstone for Caster Wilds. And these checks that Dex is doing right now are ones that Myth has already done, so... Oh yeah, this was a Kinstone.
It was Cloudtop, so...
Why did Dex not check that earlier?
I don't know! That should have been, like,
Like, if you were one
priority.
Kinstone from Go mode,
That
you don't
that
fully
should have
an
been
element,
priority
then
when
you
he was
check
here.
that Kinstone you've seen. It was a bit late.
Yeah. We could check below library. It is in logic.
The sewers, yeah. Sewers are a few checks we haven't seen yet. What else? Like digging caves in Trilby and Castor, and hiking.
Mm-hmm.
South Harrow Field Minish Cave.
Looking like
The Moat?
that's
No, we've
doing
seen that.
Dr. Left, and then he's gonna go probably Fountain? I don't think we saw Fountain. I know we saw Dr. Left.
Myth197 Fountain, right?
I think.
Pretty sure Myth197 Fountain.
Well,
Like, before the first dip into Cave of Flames.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, he did Dr. Left and he had the cane and cape at the time. He even put out the fire. Like, I'm pretty sure he did fun.
Yeah.
So what checks have we not yet seen?
We still have a good portion of hiking to do.
There is in Castor, there's hiking, there's the bow chest and the one besides it, and there is
There is a
Starblade,
check. There's also a check
as well as the digging cave.
near Link's house that we can do? Because we
Yeah,
logically...
there's South Harrow Field Minish Cave. Then there is like Hermit Cave. There's Unveil Falls, the upper waterfall, as well as both Digging Caves and Split Blade.
Yeah. I think that sums it about up.
And Trilby Digging. As well as digging caves, digging checks and cloud tops.
Oh, that's right.
There is still 3 checks and cloud tops we haven't seen. So not a whole lot left, but also not
A
that
whole
close
lot
to
to
last
go.
location. Yeah, a lot of checks all over the map, where you're
Mhm.
really glad that you have an ocarina.
Yeah.
Because getting to all of these places in an efficient manner without having ocarina would be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, with getting that element of green shoe, both runners now have 3 elements. We know they will both be able to go mode Fortress. Because the only thing Dax is looking for is the Caster Kinstone, and while Myth is also looking for the Force Sword, it locks the other Caster Kinstone that he's missing in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
So just a matter of when is Dex going to find that Kinstone and when is Myth going to both find it and go back to Cave of Flames. And the second part of that is probably when he has no other options.
Mm-hmm.
Which gives Dax a pretty sizable lead, even though, like, they both have... Like, Dax has probably still some checks left that Myth has done. Like caster boat checks, for example, but still, like, Myth is going to last location at Foresight. Hey, Tingle was also a check that they haven't done yet, even though they had access to it for a while. Actually, did Myth already do Tingle? I think Myth did Tingle, yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
And Dax didn't have access to it for as long. Though it's still been a while.
Yeah.
There's a bottle percent.
Hey. Doesn't do
It's
it
not
much,
town-
but it
Wait, has
It-
Dex not done town digging?
apparently not. I don't think he did.
Why? Okay.
Oh.
That's
Actually, have we checked Orphan Fairy?
yes.
Okay.
Both runners have checked Open Fairy. Yeah, apparently Dex has not done town digging yet.
Huh.
Okay, Myth's going to tribute digging probably. And might do like wave false digging caves after. With where was heading before this.
Mm-hmm.
Long spins. Nice, but Okay, Myth, if you were gonna do this, why didn't you jump across the bridge to have your quick warp here in North Field?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Velfort's digging cave, starting with South Velfort's. I guess he does North Velfort's digging after, and maybe like Upper Velfort's, like Waterfall. Oh right, Split Blade is also a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen Sam before? I guess we did, because Myth is only missing one scroll. So interesting interaction here. Since he warped from within Velfort's to up here, his quick warp didn't get set up here. So if he quick warps, it's going to put him to South Velfort's. Which doesn't really matter since he's fluting away again. Wait, no, he's fluting to Velfort's again. Okay, at that point, he should have set his quick warp up there. So, if he had left before fluting, his quick warp would have been set at the flute spot.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cloudtops. 3 spots here that we haven't seen. And I guess that this go-around Myth is going to do some of the fusions.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in the event that we just find 2 cloud tops.
I mean, just because you're not going to have to go back to the left side
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Like, these first two are easy to reach if you have to come back and, like, actually go to Wind Tribe later. Dax having some trouble maneuvering those chickens. They do just run straight away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the white one got somewhere north. Probably like top right corner. No, Dax, it's going to be north. It's going to be further north. Okay, Dax gives up on finding the chicken.
Having slight issues there.
But yeah, that chicken would have gotten stuck on some corner, like either, like on the corner of the hearth probably.
Hmm.
So Cloudus wasn't the answer either. Oh,
There's at least one check that Myth can do here.
there's 2 checks here in the Stinging Cave.
Oh. No, I was talking about the one that's locked behind the booth sword.
Oh, right, he hasn't done it yet, has he?
Mm-hmm.
There's the Cloudus Kinstone. Kaiser Kinstone. Sorry.
I think
So,
that's
that's no
our
mode.
last one.
That's no mode. The last one that Myth needs is in the garden, behind Forsword. That's the last one that Dax needs.
It's just a matter of time until Dax finally decides to go there.
Yeah, it's like, who can last?
He doesn't have
vacation?
many checks left on his tracker. So
He is hiking. He has a lot of, like, he hasn't done any of the Bojack and Caster, has he?
I don't think he can do hiking
No, he has
with
done
him.
some of them. He has Scarblade, like the Vanilla Bow, the one next to that. The Digging Cave too, and Hiking too, as well as Swiftly the First left in Caster. Which is quite a lot of checks at this point, like in one area. But then it's like Myth is now going to okay, Dex is going towards North Bay Falls. That's going to be his go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like going here this way and still fluting means he's going to go into the Stinging Cave and that'll be go mode.
Yep. So this was clearly a jet seed in disguise.
Clearly. It wasn't a jet seed, guys. Clearly a jet seed.
Yeah.
How do you
I
call
would
this a jet
say
seed?
this could be subdued.
I mean, yes, it's okay. We didn't get access to Palace, and we are pretty much forced into Go Mode Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only way to avoid Go Mode Fortress is to not find the Gust Jar. But given those things, like, of all the seeds where you Go Mode Fortress and don't do Palace at all, this one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
No, that makes it a mediocre seed overall, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's not a jet seed. Not with, like, flippers and mids and Gustra
Mhm.
that late.
Yeah.
Gustra doesn't matter that much, but, like, flippers and mids that late. With having some trouble with that scissor beat,
Mm-hmm.
so he doesn't want to get out of the way.
It was all just for her container.
Yeah. At least it's likely that there's gonna be a Kinstone somewhere here in the like fortress area, so that Myth is not going to be able to like do Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Like, given that we still are missing 2 Cloudtops Kinstones that we don't know where they are, at least one of them's gotta be behind the casters, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Myth is going to do Hermit Cave before going back into Cave of Flames. Myth. It's right there in Cave of Flames, just go back in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is this his last location? I think it is. So yeah, he's last locationing going back into Cave of Flames.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. Because, like, in a scenario where it's in there, you're pretty much already losing anyways.
Yeah.
So from his perspective, yeah, it makes sense to do this check first. And, like, if it's here, Dex would probably, like, take as long to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a
Cloud of
cloud
Flames.
top. I mean,
at least it's not the last Cloud of Skin Storm.
Yeah. That would be even worse.
But that's pretty debated.
Yup.
Now, he's gonna bail after finding the Force Sword. Like, I could see that one going either way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
It can happen. I can see it going either way.
I think he'll get the red warp, save, go check garden, and come back if it wouldn't have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the garden is just, it's so few checks, but it's like just unlocked by the Force Sword, and you just want to check it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of spot where save scum makes a lot of sense.
The only way I see this getting any close,
It's not gonna be close.
well, I say this because there's a chance that Dat could die in DHC a couple of times, and that would be the only way it happens.
I mean, yeah, if he gets multiple deaths in DHC.
This could end up getting a little bit close. But I don't think it will happen.
I mean, Dax has been pretty not as careful as he should be with his health a bit this siege. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I guess, like, with the new DHC big key change in this version, he might enter Dark Nuts with low health and actually die to Vati. Because usually you use the sparks.
Now that Dax
the
has
blue warp
the
to heat
last
up.
element, we should probably set up our bet for where Big
Yes.
Key should be.
So, we're talking about DHC here. In DHC, there's 9 checks where the big key can be, and depending on how many checks Dax is going to take to find the big key, that's what we're betting here for.
That's good, at least, story. Oh, you're thinking it's gonna be 8 iBot?
Well, the thing is, the most likely check is vanilla. And if it's vanilla, you like
You're doing
it's
all
usually
almost.
like 7, 8, or 9.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could technically be 6 if you get like a 1 tower DHC but that doesn't happen. Like, getting a 1 tower DHC and guessing the correct tower for the small key and then having the big key on that's a bit unlikely.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no one's betting those early big keys yet. So, he's gonna get the red warp. He's gonna bail after that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting these 2 checks on the way makes sense. Might do the other 2 checks as well.
Probably.
And then you then you would quick warp, and instead I'd expect him to save and quick warp. And flute too. Okay, he's doing that here. Not even doing the save scum, just... Yeah, I guess it's fast enough to come back with Ocarina. I think the save scum would be a slight bit faster if you needed to do that, but he won't come back to Cave of Flames. The last Kinstone is here.
Oh.
And there's go mode for Myth.
Yep. Today would have feel bad for Myth.
Yeah, I mean...
He really did some questionable things, and I don't know...
He did some questionable plays, and I think, like...
I think it goes going through his mind is he was probably thinking this wasn't going to be a jet seed. So he was taking a lot of risky gambles here and there.
Yeah. Thing is, I get dipping out of Cave of Flames. It's just didn't work this seed.
Yeah, it really didn't.
So, on Dex side, we have the first check over in DHC. And it's a map. So, one of the next two checks here has got to be a small key,
Yeah.
since anything else is behind a locked door.
There's
That's the small key. So now you
The
could
question
go
is-
for the clones, or you could go further first.
And he's gonna go
Looks
immediately
like Dex
forward.
is going to go to the red warp first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think the strat here then is to go activate the red warp. Like, you're just hoping... Like, there's two ways to think of this. Like, you could either be hoping that it is specifically on the throne, which is the next chest here. In which case, you... If it's not there, you just use the red warp when you get it and check the clones chest after. Or you could think, yeah, it's not clones, and actually go to towers, which feels more risky and not as worth it. Like, the time from the red warp to the blue warp is long enough that I just want to do clones before that. Whereas the time to get to the red warp you're gonna spend anyways, and it's only the time of actually defeating the two Bonjengas and getting the red warp and using it that you're losing if it's not in the throne here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Dex is going to be stuck in this room until Myth catches up.
Nah.
But he is doing his best to try to prove me wrong. Okay, there we go.
There we go. That's better.
Like, I guess if Dex decides to do towers before clones, and it's on clones and Myth goes there first, then Dex only has to die to Vati once to let Myth catch up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What was the big key in here again? In Fortress? I wanna say,
I
like,
don't-
rupees. Yeah, it was the rupees, the 5 spot.
Yeah.
So that won't take Myth too long to get to.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the big key for Myth. Just
Mhm.
gotta beat Nazar and be done in Fortress. So is gonna Dex take the red warp here, or... Oh, take the quick warp, okay. He didn't set the quick warp at the start.
No, no, he didn't.
That's a bit of time lost. Not that much, though. And he did that and then didn't do the clones. Nope, he took the
So,
red orb and then remembered, hey,
we
there's that check you wanted to do.
I think we checked like 2 checks so far now.
This is number 4.
Oh, this is number 4.
Checked king, basement, throne already. Straight, there's nothing wrong with Sword on A.
It's just personal preference.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, some people like to put their sword on A, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. I'm not personally one of them, but
Alright,
I can
Mickey was
understand.
number 4. Which, yeah, if Myth does that like first, it's a tiny bit of time saved,
mm-hmm.
but not that much.
No.
But more because Dex didn't set the quick warp the first go round. Oh. Dex getting his drones destroyed by the Keatons there. And dismissing his clones after. Dex, you can't dash with clones. No, you can't roll with clones. That's the button he pressed. He has enough health that I wouldn't be worried, so...
Mm-hmm.
If that had hit it, that might have changed, but... Like, how much damage do those tornado attacks do? Is it 6 hearts, or... I think at least 6 hearts from the Black Dark Knight. Is that right?
Okay.
And so Dex defeating the Dark Knights. Going to enter Vati 1.
Let's just hope he doesn't run into any issues.
Yeah, the lead he has some trolling from
There's
Vati
been
won't
times
change
in the
things.
past where he's died on body, I know that much.
Okay, a death on Vati would be bad.
Yeah, especially
Like-
when Myth is already here. It can
Myth
give
is
him...
getting close, but he still needs to get to the red warp.
Mhm.
Like, if Myth has the red warp and then Dex dies, then yeah, Dex is suddenly behind.
Yeah.
If Myth is still on the way to the red warp and Dex dies, it's getting close, but Dex would still be ahead.
Oh. Okay, that was a very good V1.
Yeah, clean Vati 1. Sorry. Clean start to Vati 2, except Vati is being trolly and occupying the clone pad.
Mm-hmm.
Having more trouble hitting Vati 2 to open the eyes. Well, second phase Vati 2, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Dodging those electric balls nicely. That's second phase, and now for the third one. Party again blocking the clone pad.
Mm-hmm.
Not for that long though. And there we go. That's party 2 done. And now like
Time for party 3.
you shouldn't die after this point.
No, you shouldn't.
Like okay, it doesn't heal up here, but still like
I would say V3 is the most easiest part of the whole phases of the fight.
yeah. Well, it's like it's a bit precise with positioning to reflect the balls back at him, but it's not the kind of thing where you should die.
No, it's not.
Like, if you know how like he works with the electric balls and stuff, even if you get out of the pattern, you should be able to get back into it without taking damage. But if Dax does manage to die here, Myth would now be in the spot where he would be able to get ahead based on that.
Yeah.
Could this have been sub 2? Like, sure, if you make all the right gambles, but with how late like flippers and mids were and you had to follow those up, it's probably not like it's not likely that you would have gotten a sub 2 in this.
No.
Like in a weekly race with like 8 people or so racing, sure, someone could have probably sub-2'd. But in a 1v1 like this. And that's GG's for Dax.
Yep.
So Dax taking the win with a time of 2 hours 6 minutes 52 seconds. GG's.
GG's indeed.
And since we are on a 15-minute delay, we are getting both of the runners in here for an interview.
Hello.
We take that.
Don't.
Imagine having to trickle dip Cave of Flames.
Well, having to is the strong word.
Non-required Cave of Flames has 3 required items. I'm so mad. I am so mad.
You did that to
Have
yourself,
to
though.
triple dip Cave of Flames, though. You could have just gotten everything the first go
Right, I made a
You
gamble.
could've
I was
just-
like, okay,
Yeah.
the only way Dax beats me is if something's in Cave of Flames, so I'm just going to not do it.
Well, something was in Cave of Flames and Dax beat you.
Yeah, Dax made the right play and did Cave of Flames early, and yeah,
More
I mean,
than
it wasn't
listen.
that early.
well, earlier than
Yeah.
me.
If you had stuck around on your first go around, this would have been very close.
Also, Myth, you were doing some questionable things
Where?
when you had droplets in logic.
Why did you avoid droplets for ages? When you had
Because I was
Caitlyn
playing
and
against
Red
Dax.
Sword?
Because I was playing against Dax.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I could have
Dax
done it.
immediately went to
I was
droplets.
missing
That's
boot,
the
and
funny
then-
part.
Yeah,
I
look,
did-
look. As soon as I did Temple of Droplets, I got boots instantly, so I'm like, great. I wanted
Well-
boots before doing Octo. And I just really didn't feel like Temple of Droplets had anything, and it didn't, so I was kind
I
of
mean,
right
yeah,
for not
sure.
doing it
Yeah,
immediately.
but
I beat droplets out of logic.
But yes, you both
Yeah,
did.
well, yeah, same. I mean,
Well,
Flipper's
Flippers
super
again,
late.
like late.
When they're floating in
Yeah,
the graveyard.
floating in graveyard.
mm-hmm. Oh.
Which, yeah, with the graveyard key in Temple of Droplets, don't think you weren't going to get flippers before Octo in the seat.
I kind of got wrecked by the ocarina as well because after getting those boots. Oh, did you see what I did after I got my
imagine
boots?
how much worse that triple duff of Cave of Flames would have been if you didn't have the
No,
ocarina.
if I
to
didn't
do
have
it.
the ocarina, I would have got both swords. It was the ocarina that
Okay.
made me not do because I was like, oh, I can go back there at any point. Let's not
Well,
go
you can
straight
go,
away.
but you didn't.
But- Yeah, because
Oh my god.
again,
Myth.
I calculated. I was like, okay, I either go, I either go against my commitment of Cave of Flames is trash, and then I sacrifice my lead that I would have had against
Dax.
Dax at the time if that was the case. But yeah, no, I just gambled wrong there.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
it happens.
It was the unexpected outcome.
Yeah.
So, Myth
It
and I
was
were
also
talking.
like. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Myth and I were talking before getting pulled in this. Did we take the same route at the beginning?
At the beginning.
Did we both just not go through Western Woods? Not Western Woods.
Minish loop? Yeah,
Minish
no.
Woods. Yeah.
God damn it. Like, I specifically did that because I was like, okay, let's do something different.
Yeah, no, you both did that.
You literally did. So,
It's like me and Dax are so known for just doing the same route. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, let's do something different.
No. You
Yeah,
can't.
but then like for the tourney, it's just like after that, y'all just started to switch around a bit.
Yeah, I think you both dipped Deepwood before Temple of Droplets, which this seed, I don't see why, but sure, if you want to.
Yeah.
Jabbernup.
Well, sure,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
element droplets with lantern and cape.
But Jabbernut.
Yeah.
But Jabbernutt indeed.
As I was fighting Bati, I was so convinced Myth was ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah,
been.
I
If you
just
stuck
picked up the
around
bot
after
key.
the blue sword.
Yeah,
Like
well,
Myth got the Kasakin stone from Velfords first.
yeah.
Oh, that I figured.
Oh, I didn't get that. I got that and then kind of cleared up the rest of the overworld and then went to Cave
Yeah,
of Flames.
if at that point you had gone back into Cave of Flames, you would have been ahead.
Yeah. But I had no reason to. Well,
Yeah, no. At that point, it made sense that you were doing other stuff, like you had gambled, not going to Cave of Flames, and like that. Like we had already seen the sword at that point, so it was
yeah.
really when you found like flippers and moments that things got bad. Because otherwise, you probably could, like, if it was just graveyard, like having like the last caster kinstone instead. Probably could have last location there quick enough to be close, and then it's like, okay, where are the moments? But
Yeah. After I got my boots from Cave of Flames, I saved in Cave of Flames and left to go and check the boots locations. And yeah, like the ocarina was on. Oh, it wasn't even boots locked. It was
10
on.
it
hearts.
was on Waveblade.
It was on Waveblade. So I just happened to
Yeah.
get 10 hearts at that point.
I thought you did. What was it? I thought you had done, not what I did at the beginning. So I figured you went to the lake slightly later than me and had 10 hearts and were ahead because you got an ocarina earlier.
Yeah, no, I had 9 hearts out of Temple of Droplets.
As did I.
Yeah. But yeah, if I didn't grab the ocarina, then I would have saved scummed back up to Cave of Flames. But the really stupid thing I did was, after I did the Castle Gardens, I fat fingered a save instead of a quick warp, and I was so mad because then I had to walk all the way back to Cave of Flames if I found junk in all of the boot spots, which it was all of the boot spots were junk, so I would have gone back to Cave of Flames and full cleared it because I had no ocarina. That meant that I could have dipped out at any point.
Well,
so...
you found the ocarina.
Yeah, but the ocarina wasn't in the boots location. That was.
But like when you found the ocarina, would you have save
Like,
scammed that, or just
no,
fluted to Cave of Flames?
I would have fluted to Cave of Flames. That's
yeah,
what
exactly.
happened.
So it didn't matter.
And I mean, if I didn't have 10 hearts there and I didn't get the ocarina, then it would have saved me.
Yeah.
Sure. But you did get 10 hearts.
At least you never died.
Oh yeah, that
is
in
true.
Temple of Droplets was not good.
It was.
Yeah.
Bulldozers are evil.
I mean, at least you didn't die on Octo.
Yeah, but
I mean, dying on Octo isn't as bad though, because it's quicker to get back to.
I mean, if I died on the third phase of
Well,
Octo,
okay,
which
if
I
you
was
died
mid,
on Octo when you were at
Octo's
Quarter
max
at
like
the end.
2 minutes.
Yes.
Dying on Octo isn't bad.
Sorry,
It-
no. Finishing Octo on a quarter heart. Like, yeah, if he had sucked you in there instead of shooting a rock, that would have been bad. But I guess, no, the rock was guaranteed, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, is there? No, the rock there isn't guaranteed. It could have done a suck.
yeah, I was very careful to make sure that one was a rock being shot.
Yeah. But like one more rock from the ceiling hitting you would have also just done it,
Yeah. It would have.
which was quite close.
If I got the last Cloudtop's Kinstone, I was going to rush.
Oh, yeah.
Palace.
That kinstone in
Was it in
Hermit
Fortress?
Cave was a thing.
Yes.
We haven't seen the last Cloudtop's kinstone. We have no
It
idea.
was
Yeah, it was
probably
probably in Fortress.
It was probably in Fortress or like Wind Runes.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Like,
So,
didn't you have everything else done?
I full cleared everything. Yep.
Like, it
was,
wasn't
I lost location.
on
that's it.
Gleerock or Milari because Dex did that. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, except for those, like, it
Yeah,
was
like-
the only 3 things I had in Logic with the last 2. Well, okay, 4 things. The last 2 chests in Cave of Flames, Gleerock and Malari, that was it.
yeah.
I really want to
I
know
was-
where that bow butterfly was.
Oh. I think it was in Hylia Cake Cave, I think. Unless you did that.
I did that. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
I really wanted it.
Where was it?
Guess you
Was
can
it-
ask Nori for a spoiler.
I nearly save scubbed it.
Okay, I'm gonna look. What is it actually called in the spoiler
Bow
log,
butterfly.
though? Oh, it is called bow butterfly?
I think it is.
I know, right? Yeah, things having reasonable names.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why isn't it called butterfly?
Butterfly.
Arrow butterfly flips cave big?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, that.
So it's called
Suez.
arrow butterfly.
Okay.
Yeah. After killing... Yeah, it was after killing...
Oh,
the-
the only thing
the
I had
people.
left in town that I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were scared you were gonna do the vanilla path of Cave of Flames and not do Henry's Ledge.
Yeah.
again.
Wait, why would we do...
Well,
Oh...
he did
Oh, I
a few
remember
checks
what
in
happened.
town and then didn't do Henry's Ledge and went over to like was a caster and then like did the scrubs and did Greyblade and we were scared at that point. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the cane rather quick.
Oh yeah, you had Kane ages before Dex did.
Yeah.
I'm not
Imagine not
surprised.
that- I mean, you also did Hendris Ledge during that infamous race.
Yes.
So that's why I was thinking, oh, this is great. Like, I was figuring ahead throughout a lot of it up until I basically... after I got that Kenstone in Cave of Flames. Not before Cave of Flames, the one at the... In the Mitz Cave. When I got that, I knew I'd lost because I narrowed down all of my locations to Cave of Flames again,
Yeah.
and there was no way that Dax didn't.
If that was a
Cave of Flames
Castikin
first
stone,
way.
you would have been in a great
Yeah, I
spot.
thought it was a Castikin. I was really hoping it was a Castikin stone, and then Full Sword in Fortress.
If that was a Cloud of Skinstone and the thing in Cave of Flames wasn't a sword but the last Cloud of Skinstone, probably wouldn't have been too bad.
Oh yeah, no, I would have also done exactly the same thing. I would have left Cave of after that. Yeah, so I got
Imagine
the
then
boss
if
and
another
hit the
sword
red
you had to
wall.
quadruple the Cave of Flames.
Ugh. Yeah, fuck that
Would
seed.
you?
I mean, that's just an equal level of awfulness as this seed that I just played. This seed was tailor-made to fuck me over.
Okay,
There was
I
no
was
way I
very
was going to play
surprised
the
that you
seed well.
went for lower granite checks when you did.
Yeah, because I knew that skipping things in Mount Krenel would fuck me over. And what? Whoa!
But it wouldn't have.
What happened?
so,
Well,
so
What a surprise! God's sake.
what you said about the scene being tailor-made to fuck you over, throughout part of the seed, I was thinking, man, the places of stuff in the seed really feels like it was perfectly planned to make me and Myth keep switching who's ahead.
Were we switching around a lot?
It's hard to say.
Keep in mind, I also assumed you went to Minish Woods early.
Yeah, you didn't. Like,
Dude, I said like yesterday when you were watching my stream, don't watch what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it.
Dax was the first to get that bow.
Oh yeah, it took me a while to get that bow, which sucked because yeah, I dipped caster before that bow.
I was not entering caster without a bow.
Luckily, I
least
don't
I
think there was
really
anything
didn't
bow.
want to.
Wait, could you have just avoided caster the whole time?
Was there anything in Caster?
Pretty sure there was nothing there.
There,
There was the remotes, and that was it.
yeah. So you could have avoided, but you didn't.
I
Want
didn't
to
pick up
avoid
remotes for a long
remotes.
time.
Getting remotes feels really nice when racing you.
Yeah, I did Under the Skull without remotes, and that was sad.
I did that when I checked the middle item.
Yeah, I put off.
You did a lot of roll lifts in that room,
I did,
and it's
manage
not
to get
worth
quite a
it at all. Like, instead of roll lifting, how about you just place the bomb down onto the ground earlier?
few. That's not cool.
But
This
it's more
isn't here-
consistent.
Myth isn't
I
here
did. I
to
really
show
didn't
off.
want to do that at the time. I had been using that room to practice roll lifts, and I don't really need to do that in races. I was just muscle memorying that room because I always roll lift in there. But yeah, it's
that makes
probably
sense.
not a good idea to do roll lifts there. I wanted remotes before doing that, and ideally I also wanted blue sword before doing that. But it turned out that all of the other swords were up in Cave of Flames.
Just rush non-element Cave of Flames.
Yeah, forehead.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Always dip non-element dungeons. That's the way of the rando.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did. I just had to do it 3 times because I was not expecting 3 required items in there. I was like, okay, I got my boots. Let's leave. Okay, I got 1 sword and boots. Let's leave. Okay, right. I've delivered the whole seed and 3 items up here.
Speaking of which, any ban or meme points for me?
Oh, that's a ban. Like, come on, all of this. We
That's what I
got
figured.
3 swords in 10 minutes, and
I
then all
don't
of the
feel
other
like that's
swords
a
were in
ban. I
non-required
feel like
Cave of
that's
Flames.
just on
That's
you,
awful.
man.
That's so bad.
Was there
Everything was
anything
great for me. How many swords were over in the mountain?
It was 2.
Man,
oh,
really?
God, yeah.
That was on you.
Four.
You
There
was
chose
4.
to dip
There's
early
actually
to all
4
those
swords.
times,
In
and you
Krenel.
could have just been like, you know what? Maybe I should stay there until I've done almost everything, just to be sure.
I hate Krenel. Like, everyone knows this. It's slow and it sucks. There's no items there. Well, except for when Norris put
Except
four
for
there.
Yeah, your force
Full
are
swords.
put there of all things.
There's always a dungeon that
God.
everyone hates.
I don't hate it.
No, I mean, in every rando, there's always the dungeon that some person hates because it usually fucks them over.
In this case, Myth
I mean, for
just
me,
hates
it's not
Colonel.
just the dungeon. It's all
Yeah.
of grammar. But yes.
So,
I
Myth,
think
hope
we
you
need to
know-
rename Cave of Flames to Myth
No.
Dungeon. Just because he hates it. And he never likes to do it.
So, Myth, I hope you know that now in your next race, when you go to Colonel early, because you know Colonel's going to screw you over, it's completely fair.
I mean, we're going to do the co-op on Sunday, aren't we?
I'm the one who's going to Colonel then.
Yeah, you're going Krenel. Fuck that. I'm not going.
Oh, did you two decide to join up? I haven't looked at the
Yes.
list. Oh, good.
Yeah. El Clasico.
Someone's gonna have to tell me how that's gonna be, because I'm pretty sure I'm doing Arrow's match for tourney.
I mean, yeah, I think there's a few matches on the weekend, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you look at the
there's
a few.
schedule. Yeah, there's a bunch of matches this weekend. Let's see. Yeah, there's 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we have
Gold-
Goldfish versus Redux and Trenta versus Ricky.
Yeah, Saturday, Pika Pales versus Thy Dark Horse have signed up. Nesman versus Mashi. And, oh my god, 4 on Sunday. I don't, yeah. I'll have to see about
Yeah.
that. This weekend. Arrow Razor versus Lunastick. Sean versus Johnny. Splits versus Artemis Smiths. And Dr. Shocky versus Sharky, who I've never seen play this rando before. And then a couple on Monday. Glitch Witch versus Francois. And Smash Brixton versus Nimbus.
Yeah, and possibly still matches to be scheduled.
Yes, I think there's still... Are there still some more that need to be... It's be 14
One
total.
more?
Okay. Can't think off my head who it is.
Hiding Half Path versus two women.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. I think we're ready to wrap things up.
Yeah.
Okay. So GG's Jax and Myth. It was a great race, and I'm glad it wasn't a long one because of last locationing stuff. Thank you, Hayden and iBot, for doing commentary. Always appreciate it. And thank you, Nimbus, very much for doing double tracking today. So, I'm going to be sending over to Zelda Speedruns. They're doing a Z2R randomizer, Z2 randomizer standard tournament match. But, I know I'm going to be restreaming Trent versus Ricky tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get some other matches to restream this weekend as well. So, thanks everyone for joining us, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.
alright.
See ya.
Bye.